this is Rama from Earth Friendly Landscapes, Creations Landscape Designs. So I'm here at a project site in an unincorporated area of Santa Ana, Tustin. This is the front courtyard of the project that's going to primarily remain as is, with the exception of this flat stone walkway that was soft set. There is eventually going to be some lighting here. There's a nice mature oak tree here. So as we walk out from this courtyard area, we get to what was grass that thankfully is no longer. As you can see, it's being removed. There's a lot of it. And the best way to do that is to hand dig it so that you're not tilling the soil, because then whatever seeds may still exist may get tilled back into the soil and germinate. So this area, I don't know if you can tell that it's been spray painted and whatnot, is where there's going to be a decomposed granite path. You can kind of tell where the path will be. So then in this area, which is the biggest area of the garden, the grass has been completely removed, killed, gone far, far away, never to return. So this is where the start of the decomposed granite path will be, on this side. And as you can see, it's currently being framed with bender board. I like this bender board as opposed to the black plastic. This looks more natural, although it isn't natural. So the idea is that the path will lead from the driveway to this gate, which then leads to the back. And then there's also this path here, in case they want to sit out here, put a table and chair, whatnot. Alright, we're back in this Tustin garden. So this is a trellis that was installed the day before yesterday. I couldn't show you the installation because the company that installed it didn't want to be on camera. Fair enough. And the point of this trellis is to add some texture to the wall without actually attaching it to the wall. It's made of black wrought iron, which is nice because all the other wrought iron that is already existing, as you see here, is black. Now this was cemented in to keep it sturdy. And there will be a vine growing on top of this. Some of the other new cool features in this garden is boulders. We have several that are existing and several that were newly purchased. So the idea is that this boulder, which the top of it is somewhat flat enough that you can sit on, will eventually go here in this seating area. And then these are some other boulders that were picked up. Eventually they will be placed. Plants are being delivered on Monday, and they will either be placed late Monday, Tuesday, which is kind of cool. So one of the other things is, as you'll notice, there are flags everywhere. These flags represent where the irrigation heads will be placed. The other thing I wanted to show you, which is really cool, is this, which is a quartz rock. Oh, it's gorgeous. And behind this rock will be a Cleveland sage, which is perfect because the Cleveland sage will get about 6 by 6, which will flank this area rather nicely. Alright, so we're moving boulders. In case you thought these things were a piece of cake, not so much.
Espérame, espérame. Ahí, dale. Ahora, dale, ahí.
Vámonos. Oh.
Ah, ¿ya ves? Tenía que hacerla de este lado.
Miguel, we're going right here.
Yeah, I know.
Right where she's standing.
All the way to that? Okay, vámonos pues.
Thank you, Miguel. Alright, so we're still working on the irrigation because there's a lot of old pipes. Here is some of the old piping, which is original to the house from like 25-30 years ago, which is old, somewhat corroded, and just a mishmash of pipes and different types of irrigation heads, some of which that don't belong in a residential setting. So as you can see, there's lots of trenches that have been dug. One of the other challenges that we've been having with this space in regards to at least the irrigation, and that we will have with the planting, is the soil is clay, very, very hard clay. So the contractor's crewmen, like more than half the time, have been having to use a jackhammer just to be able to dig in the soil. So here we are again at the project in Tustin. Most of the plants have been placed. This front area that has no plants yet will be Carex panza, which is a California native grass that is a perfect lawn substitute. So we've got most of the plants placed here. On this other side is where the plants will be placed tomorrow. And then these will be installed tomorrow. So we have sundrops, some kangaroo paw, Archrostaphylos, Leicester Roundtree, the Leicester Roundtree manzanita, Hesperaloe brake lights, red yucca, Ceanothus, skylark, some heucheras, some erigeron, salvia hot lips. So this is the Carex panza that's going to go in place of lawn. The rocks have also been placed where they're going to remain. And then here we have two hot lips salvias that are going to grow nicely here and somewhat cover the valves. Cover them just enough that you can't see them, but not enough that you can't reach them if necessary. Some flaxstone here because there's a spigot over there that may need to be accessed. A vine that I just can't recall the name of, that I will put in the link description below, that will grow nicely on top of this trellis. So all of the plants have been placed on both sides, and they are working on the grass ground cover right now. This is actually a California native plant called Carex panza. And what I love about this is it'll take dry to moist watering, full sun to full shade, and it's a really great lawn substitute. Alright, the decomposed granite is being loaded off the truck. And this is how it's done. So the decomposed granite path is going in, as we're in the final stages of this project. Little seating area, and that top of that rock is flat enough that you can sit on it. Hey, this is Rama from Creations Landscape Designs of Friendly Landscapes. So this Tustin project is finally complete. This is the interior courtyard. Trellis added here, which was far better than the wooden trellis that was rotting out. Didn't do much here, just cleaned up a little bit. But this is the final product. It's completely installed. It's been installed now for about a few weeks, so I thought I'd wait a bit before doing the final leg of the video. This ground cover has filled in nicely here. We didn't do much here because the tree is slightly diseased and we wanted to let it heal. But as you can see, the plants are doing great. There's some kangaroo paw. So the intent of this garden was to be drought tolerant and to have minimal water usage, minimal maintenance. And eventually these hot lips sage will grow and get big enough that it will cover the valves. But just enough to cover them and not enough to where you can't access them. This project is absolutely great. Now there is some sort of grass growing. I don't know what this is. But again, you know, it is what it is. Things grow. And then here's the other side of the garden. This is the Carex Panza that we planted. That looks really good. It's growing nicely. This garden is going to do really well. There are occasionally going to be some weeds, of course, but that's just par for the course. Birds are always going to bring some weeds. And I think I just saw a butterfly somewhere. Oh, there it is! It's a monarch! I could get it in shot. Oh well. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This Tustin garden is taking shape quite nicely. Over and out.